Hello YouTube Void! Today I have another crochet project to show you. This one is kind of weird, though I guess just about everything that I do is kind of weird to most people. But the menfolk will probably especially hate this one. So if you're a dude and you're squeamish, you probably want to turn this off right now, or take this as an opportunity to examine just why it is that female anatomy makes you so uncomfortable, whichever works best for you. So I need to give a little background before I discuss this project. I'm going to be having my fallopian tubes removed this coming week. It's to prevent ovarian cancer. The birth control aspect is just an added bonus. I have a BRCA1 mutation, and I've already had breast cancer, so I'm at a hella increased risk for ovarian cancer too. The standard of care is to remove both the ovaries and the fallopian tubes between the ages of 35 and 40 for people with my particular mutation. This would obviously suck because it would send me into super early menopause. I already had a free 6-month trial to menopause during my chemo treatments, and I was not a fan, to say the least. There is a clinical trial going on to investigate whether removing just the fallopian tubes is as effective at preventing ovarian cancer as removing everything, since there is apparently evidence that ovarian cancer actually begins in the tubes a lot of the time. So I'm going with that option. They will remove my fallopian tubes, and then I'll be closely monitored with ultrasounds and such to check for ovarian cancer every 6 months. And the scientists will hold on to the removed tissue for research. So maybe they will be able to learn something that will be able to help other women in the future. I will still need to have my ovaries removed at some point, but with this option, I can wait until I'm closer to normal menopause age. This study is open to women who have a BRCA1 mutation who are between the ages of 35 and 50 years old. I'll put the link in the description in case anyone watching this qualifies and is interested. I had the consult appointment about it earlier this month. This is the quickest I've ever heard of a non-urgent surgery being able to be scheduled. I went into the appointment fully expecting to schedule it for early next year, but I was pleasantly surprised to be able to get it so quickly. I figured with everything going on in the world, this type of thing should be done as soon as possible. I wouldn't put it past our current legislators to try to make any medical care that prevents conception illegal, even when it's literally just to prevent cancer. So anyway, I thought it would be fun to crochet a set of replacement fallopian tubes before my surgery. And since my ovaries will be removed at some point too, I thought I should make a set of those too. The doctors didn't say anything about my uterus needing to go, but I thought I should make one of those too, so that it would be easier to tell what the other parts are supposed to be. I think I would like to have my uterus removed too though, and have a little kangaroo pouch installed in its place. Just a little pocket where I can keep my phone and perhaps some snacks. But I think it should be lined with medical grade silicone. I've seen what it looks like inside of real kangaroo pouches, and it's kind of gross. To make this, I used my hand-spun yarn. It just happened to be the perfect colors for this project. This pink gradient wool and white wool. This pink looks so pretty normally, but so gross when made into the shape of an internal organ. It's so cool. I wanted to model it after my actual ultrasound results as best I could. It said that my myometrium is asymmetrically thickened with direct and indirect signs of adenomyosis. So I thought my uneven hand-spun yarn with all its thick and thin sections was perfect. There's slightly different shades of pink all throughout the structure, which is sort of similar to adenomyosis. with the endometrial material getting all jumbled up into the muscular material. If you don't know what adenomyosis is, it's when endometrial tissue that is supposed to just line the uterus grows into the muscular wall of the uterus. Basically, endometriosis in the uterine walls. I never heard of it either until I saw my ultrasound results and looked it up. The doctor also didn't discuss it with me at all when I had my appointment, so maybe there's a reason why patients rely too much on Dr. Google these days. My test results also mentioned a cyst thingy on my left ovary, a hemorrhagic corpus luteum. So when I got to a bit of yarn that was super thin and overspun, I used the different texture in the yarn here to make a bobble to represent that. I didn't use a pattern or anything since I was using my super uneven hand spun yarn. This is the type of yarn that responds better to vibes than to patterns. I just freehanded it while looking at pictures of medical diagrams of the uterus and some other crocheted ones that I found on image search. I was trying to make the whole thing to scale with my actual uterus based on the measurements in my test results, but it ended up a little bit bigger. How is this larger than a real uterus? We're expected to grow a whole human person inside of this? No thank you. This project wasn't originally meant to have any magical purpose. When I thought of the idea, I thought of it more as a therapeutic art piece, just to kind of help me feel better about the whole procedure. Working with a tangible thing that I can see and touch kind of demystifies the whole thing in a way, I guess. But then I watched an interview with Opal Luna, the author of the Fiber Magic book that I mentioned in a previous video. She mentioned something about making poppets for specific body parts, such as the brain or the heart, for healing purposes. So I thought I could use this in a similar way. Before the surgery next week, I think I'll do a spell of some sort using this to send healing energy to myself. It will probably be very simple, like just shoving some rose quartz up there and then praying to Inanna and Gula for a smooth procedure and quick recovery. It should be a simple, quick, and uncomplicated surgery since it will be done laparoscopically, but I'm kind of nervous because I just hate all things medical. You'd think I would be used to all the poking and prodding by medical professionals by now, but I guess no one ever really gets used to that. Anyway, that's what's going on with me right now. I have another video that I'm recording today about how I use my prayer beads in my devotional practice, which will also include how I came up with my Sumerian prayer to Inanna, which I've included in public rituals a couple of times. If that's not uploaded by the time you watch this one, it will be soon. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.